Ryan Borgwart, the 45-year-old Watertown father of three, who law enforcement says faked his death and fled to Eastern Europe, is now back in Wisconsin, and his wife has filed for separation. The shocking details of this case have catapulted his hometown into the national spotlight. I'm Margaret Cahill here in Watertown, where I spoke with folks about how they feel about the national attention.
Watertown's a great city, but even small, strange stories happen in a small town, bizarre stories.
And when it comes to bizarre stories, they don't get much stranger than the case of Ryan Borgwart.
It's a guy who does have connections, and when you hear the increasing craziness of this story, it is definitely something that you say, not in Watertown, Wisconsin.
Tim Sullivan, editor of the Watertown Daily Times, knows this small, tight-knit community better than almost anyone. He says he initially didn't suspect anything to be amiss when a local father of three went missing during a kayaking trip in August.
He's, your average small town sort of guy.
But in October, law enforcement announced they found evidence that Borgwart may have faked his death and fled the country.
Was the community shocked?
Is there anybody that wasn't shocked? Right? I think anybody who's heard about this story says, every detail you tell them, they're like, whoa, increasingly surprised reactions.
Earlier this week, the Green Lake County Sheriff's Office says Borgwart returned willingly to the U.S., where he was arrested on a charge of obstructing an officer. He is now out on bail.
Do you think the community will welcome him back now that he's here?
It'll be interesting to see. Like I said, there's sort of an insularity to Watertown that can be really endearing, but it can also be the sort of thing that maybe if you're no longer on the inside because you've done something crazy like he's apparently done, then maybe you are no longer somebody that is protected by that insularity.
And while Watertown itself is in the spotlight, along with Ryan Borgwart, some here are taking it all in stride.
I think that it doesn't matter where the person is from, whether they're from a big town or small town. It's about who the person is.
Borgwart is set to appear in court again on the obstruction charges in January. In Watertown, I'm Margaret Cahill, NBC 26.